everyone, it's Lighthouse Angel Messages. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you. I hope that you have a great start to your weekend and do something fun, something exciting, maybe something to change up the energy. I went ahead and already got the overall energy for the reading. Just so you know, on this channel, we focus on taking you from zero to hero in your own light, giving you the tools and information that you need to grow and expand and elevate and become in align with the best version of yourself. Okay? So the first card that came out is number 29. And it says, run wild. There's a horse here with butterfly wings on it. So that could be significant for someone. Maybe you have horses. Maybe you've seen butterflies. But what I'm getting on this is number 29 is also number 11. That's a divine number. Let your inner wild child run forth. Okay, maybe maybe you're doing a creative project, something that you enjoyed as a child, or maybe you're getting back into some sort of hobby or creative project that you enjoyed when you were a child. And this could just be like an art project or something. I feel like the divine is telling you they want you to run wild with it. Like you need to take off, expand your mind, write down your ideas. And I'm also hearing find the information in solitude. Okay? That's when the divine is going to give you those downloads and you can hear your intuition speak to you on these ideas. Okay? And then we also got number 28, which is building blocks. And this is also number 10. Yeah, so I feel like it's like run wild with something you're building. It could be something that's divinely guided because we have the number 11, number 28 is number 10. And then it says, this is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, good news, and plot twists. Blessings are coming. Okay. So, you know, when this breakthrough happens, this good news comes in, it might be something that you're building on and that it's just going to take off. It's going to run wild. It could be like in the sense of more clients or more business coming to you, or if it's something that you're doing like an art project or a side hustle or something like that, it could be where that takes off. Maybe you have more people buying your product. I'm also getting with this building blocks, maybe part of this breakthrough and news that you're receiving are the building blocks that you need to run with this. Maybe you're finally going to get the support you need to run with this as well, I'm hearing. So I'm going to get, I think I want to get one more card. And let's see, this one. And then I'll get some messages from the Lighthouse box as well. So I'm also hearing liftoff. So like get ready for liftoff, things taking off. Maybe you've been in a season of stagnation or what feels like delay. I feel like you're going to be receiving news about where you might be doing a pivot. I'm hearing pivot. Okay. Also could be during the full moon, because we have a full moon in this corner of that card there. Says individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. And what I'm getting with this is like something that you're working on that's yours. You know, it could be, like I said, a project, or it could be a business. It's something you're passionate about. I'm also, at the bottom of the deck, we have self-love. I feel like something you've learned through loving yourself. It says, let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Yeah, you may be highly connected with your inner child right now, because again, we have inner child here. Let your inner child run, what does it say? Run forth. Maybe your urge to get out and do something that you loved to do when you were younger as well. And maybe I'm also getting, maybe you've been on a solo journey through like a healing journey where you've learned to love yourself and embrace your inner child. And through that, you've been able to create something. Okay? I feel like you're getting ready to get support for this. I feel like it's going to run wild, or you're going to be supported where you can run wild with this. Okay, so let's get some messages from the Lighthouse box. You know, and right before your breakthrough comes, you know, we can get into that those energies may come in that start poking at us about the doubts, the fears, wondering if it's going to show up. Okay, make sure that you release those thoughts, right? Not holding on to that energy and releasing it. Okay, because that's just your old self, right? Trying to pull you back into a version of yourself you've outgrown. So make sure that you release those thoughts, that you know, that you're not good enough, or maybe it's not going to happen, or maybe your dreams aren't going to manifest. Whatever negative thoughts that make you doubt your path, make sure you release that, because it's just your old version of yourself trying to pull you back when you've outgrown it, okay? All right, let's see. Sometimes it's not the times you decide to fight, but the times you decide to surrender that make all the difference. Yeah, that's what the divine wants you to do right now. They want you to surrender. Okay? Maybe you're in this energy of fear, worry, doubt, right? As you're moving forward, wondering, like, you know, I'm trying to hold it all together here. Maybe nothing's happening. You're wondering, what's the delay? What's going on? You know, your blessings are coming. Okay? You are being supported, but you've got to surrender. Like I was saying, don't fight the uncertainty. Go with the flow and surrender, because it releases that resistance. Okay? And it brings peace, right? If you're trying to fight or go against the flow, right? It's gonna bring that anxiety. It's gonna bring that restlessness. You're going to be fighting your own thoughts, right? You just surrender and go with the flow, knowing that you're divinely supported and that your blessings are on the way. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. Yeah, that's kind of what I was just saying. Don't let your thoughts be on the path of negativity. Okay? Because it's going to it's going against the flow, right? Now is not the time to give up and turn back. Okay? Now is the time where you need to take the strength that you have and continue to focus on what you're trying to manifest, what you want to come into your life, staying in that divine alignment, in the energy of love and positive thinking, right? Because you don't want to get on this road. There's like a road here. I'm looking at this as like the negative mind trying to put you back on this old path that you've outgrown, right? And that happens right before you hit a breakthrough. It's your old version of yourself trying to pull you back when you've outgrown it. You've got to push out that energy, do what you need to do for yourself to transmute that energy and get back into alignment with pushing forward and staying positive, okay? Even if it requires you to take a time out for yourself and do some self-care, okay? Don't allow yourself to get back on this negative road that you've actually outgrown now. And you just needed to surrender. It says, our life is what our thoughts make it. Yeah, there's big emphasis on thoughts. I'm speaking to somebody right now who's fighting their thoughts. Okay. Also make sure that you stay in the attitude of gratitude. Be grateful. It will change up the energy as well. If you feel like your thoughts are going down that negative road, the what ifs, and all the old negative thought patterns that you may have had in the past, that was a part of the old you, okay? You need to transmute that into being grateful for what you have, grateful for where you are, right? Go treat yourself. Go do something to celebrate you. Do self-care. Go out in nature. Whatever you need to do, right? So that you stay in that positive energy, okay? Okay. It's so important. It's like the guiding light of what's coming in, okay? Forget your past, forgive yourself, and begin again. Forget your past, forgive yourself, and begin again. Yeah, this is what the energy that you're in, And maybe, when it comes back to this thought pattern, right? And I said it's like connected to the old version of yourself. That's what I'm really getting, right? And right before we hit a major change, is when those doubts come in, right? It's like the test before the blessing, okay? And you need to really focus on forgetting your past, right? And that whatever's coming in is something new, a new beginning, right? Okay. And forgiving yourself is so important, right? We can forgive others, but forgiving ourselves is just as important. Walk the path of success with a grateful heart. Yeah, because that's what's coming in for you. You know, and it's really connecting me to this card with the full moon here. This is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, good news, and plot twists. Blessings are coming. Because you walk a path, you walk the path of having a grateful heart, and it's going to lead to your success. Okay? But don't look to the past thought patterns, okay? You got to let that go, right? You're no longer in alignment with that old version of yourself, right? So we have to release that and let it go. There are two ways to be happy: improve your reality or lower your expectations. There are two ways to be happy: improve your reality or lower your expectations. You know, maybe your expectations are too high right now for what's, you know, what you want. Maybe they're not. I mean, we're all on different timelines here. So, you know, and the best way you can do in improving your reality is it starts with your mind, your thoughts, right? Continuing on that path of a positive mindset. Forward thinking, not focusing on the past pains or, you know, past bad decisions, right? And surrendering to the flow of the guidance of the divine, right? Because it makes all the difference when it comes to your journey, the stress, and your perspective. Okay? Do what you love. Yeah. I feel like that's what's coming in. You're going to do what you love. This is going to be a new beginning of doing what you love. I feel. And the divine doesn't want you to give up right before it starts knocking on your door. Okay? Right? And I'm talking to someone who really put in the effort here. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who's highly driven, right? But you're like on the door of blessings, breakthroughs, good news, doors opening up, right? And this is when that self-doubt creeps in, right? Old thought patterns, right? And the divine is saying, I just need you to surrender, right? Don't fight the peace right now. Maybe you're in this period of where things are just kind of calm and just not much is going on, right? And you're starting to doubt, like, are these doors going to open? Am I going to get blessed? Right? And it's coming through, right? You got to have patience. Strength, love, faith, and hope. Yeah, and you need to stay surrendered in the energy of strength, love, faith, and hope. And continue to hold that strength. Okay, in that energy of love, having that faith and hope that the divine is going to show up for you. Okay? Because he didn't take you this far and just, you know, and just leave you now. Okay? It says, grow through what you go through. Yeah, and that's what the divine wants you to do right now where you are until, you know, this shows up. You need to grow through the silence. Right? growing through when your old thought patterns, old negative mindset, or the past wants to creep in and start, playing games in your mind, right? You need to grow through it, right? Remember how far you're come and how you need to just surrender to the journey and have that strength and love, faith, and hope. Staying positive and keeping your thoughts, visions, and dreams in alignment, right? With the divine, keeping him number one, staying prayed up, staying in the attitude of gratitude. And we have judgment. Maybe, maybe because of the stagnancies right now, that maybe you're judging yourself, or you're judging the situation, or you're judging, why this door closed or that door closed, or why things happen that way, or maybe you're thinking like, well, should I have done that different or do that, or don't do any second guessings, right? Everything that you've been through up to this point, you were meant to grow through it and learn through it, right? It was all meant to shape you into all the tools and everything that you need to open this new, for this new door to open, which is going to be doing what you love. Right? So, now's not the time to give up. I keep hearing that over and over. Now is not the time to turn back. Make your vision so strong that your fears become irrelevant. Yeah. And I feel like that's, the divine is saying that so strongly. I'm talking to somebody who is just like, there's a mountain here. And like, maybe you have climbed and climbed and climbed. You're tired. You're exhausted. Maybe it's taken all that you have to stay off that negative path and to keep focusing on the light and the truth, and keeping your thoughts positive, and keeping that faith and hope that what's meant for you won't pass you by, right? That the divine is going to deliver on his promises, right? But keep focusing on that vision, right? So that you don't have any fears of it not showing up, fears it's not going to work out, fears that you're going to be abandoned, by the divine, fears that your blessings aren't going to show up, right? Keep that vision strong, right? It says, I loved you at your darkest. Romans 5:8. Yeah, and that's what, and it's going with this card here. It's make your vision so strong that your fears become irrelevant. And the divine is here saying, I loved you at the darkest. I mean, he's saying, I walked with you through the darkest moments of your life. And I'm going to show up with your blessings, but I need you to not let your fears grip you, okay? You can't allow your fears to start accumulating doubt, okay? You got to push through it and alchemize, take that energy and alchemize it into something positive, with your current situation. If you're down, feeling negative, go to the gym, go for a walk, or go get a massage, or something that will change that, flip that script into something, a positive thought, a positive feeling. Okay? So you don't succumb to these fears. Okay? We also have the letter V. I'm getting victory with this, but also I'm getting vision. Okay? It could be a victory to your vision. as well. Also take, when it comes to these letters, also take it how it resonates with you. If it something jumps out for you and it really resonates on what that means for you, then, take that as value. But I'm seeing victory to your vision is what I'm getting with that. Okay? And keep pushing forward. Keep being the alchemist in your life. Take that energy, transmute it into something positive that can benefit you where you currently are, where God currently has you planted. Okay? So that it doesn't drag you backwards or drag you down, right? Because you want to forget your past, forgive yourself, and move forward in this new beginning. Okay? All right. So, I'm going to get just a final card to close up this reading. They also want me to get a angel number, so I'll get an angel number too. Let's see. Okay. They got 3 cards here. Energy flows where my intention goes. Energy flows where my intention goes. Yeah, and that's why it's so important that you put your intention in there into something positive, right? That's why I was saying, like, if you feel like you're being dragged back down to old thought patterns, right? Don't give that energy. Flip it and focus your energy on what you do want, like going to the gym, going for a walk, going shopping, whatever it does that makes you feel back into that alignment of that positive energy, right? With your intentions, your visions, okay? I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Yeah, and that's what the divine is saying, make your vision so strong that your fears become irrelevant. It's because I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. You are being guided. This is a confirmation that, don't doubt that the divine has abandoned you now, right? Because your visions, your dreams, right? It's all ready to I'm seeing like two double doors, and they're just like swinging open. Okay, and it's a big door, like a big door is going to be swinging open. So don't think that the divine has abandoned you now just because it's quiet and peaceful. Embrace that time and enjoy the peace, because it's not always going to be that way when it comes to internal peace, yes, but I mean your external world, if it's feeling like nothing's happening, right? It's kind of like peacefully going, in a flow, right? You may feel like nothing's going to happen because you're not seeing anything, right? Don't think that the divine has now walked away, right? You need to trust, because you are being guided, okay? And then we have, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. We have the full moon. What I'm getting with this is that there could be something, and this came in yesterday's reading, like something might be coming in during the full moon. I'm also hearing you might want to do drink a lot of water, purify the body, right? So that reflects on the outside. Maybe you're not, it's summertime and it's hot everywhere. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water, right? So that can reflect I'm also hearing that's something your body needs. Okay. All right, let's get an angel number. All right, what else? Yeah, patience is required in this situation. Maybe you've been patient, right? And again, and this is number 1010. So if you see that number, that's a confirmation that this is your reading. Keep your thoughts positive and be patient as everything is working out for your highest good. Yeah, that's the same thing as this. Trust that your angels are working behind the scenes to help you. I am patient. They wanted you to be patient. They're working in your favor. So if you're doubting the path, if you're doubting that things are going to work out, you're going to have a victory here, but they need you to do your part and focus your energy on your intention, staying positive. Okay? And also, we're getting into this full moon energy, you know, and sometimes that can bring up a lot of emotions, or you could feel more emotional. If that's the case, make sure you do something with that energy that is positive, right? That you don't get stuck in those the emotions of maybe things of your past or things that were lower vibrational, right? That you've outgrown, right? Make sure that you purify and release those. But yeah, they want you to be patient because it's coming, okay? It's coming. And the angels are working behind the scenes to help you. It's just that you can't see anything, so that you think nothing's happening. But things are being worked on. And it's about your vision, okay? So you need to stay in the energy of love, right? And keep that faith. And focus on the staying grateful for where you are, everything that you currently have, because it helps keep those vibrations high, right? And don't judge yourself or your situation because nothing's happening, okay? It's all part of the process. And it's all going to make sense here very soon, okay? I hope this has resonated for you. I hope that you were able to take something from this and get clarity to how you can grow and evolve and move into the best version of yourself. If nothing resonated with you today, you can always check back on Monday. I do daily readings Monday through Friday, so maybe something will resonate with you there. But I'm sending you so much love and light, and have a beautiful weekend, okay? Bye.